Hi, I'm Kenneth Griffin, and I'm running for governor in the state of Texas in the year 2010. Now, if you're looking at this video now and you don't live in Texas, the very first thing that you're going to say is, why the heck do I care who the governor in Texas is in 2010, or any year for that matter? Well, there's three excellent reasons why, and these reasons will affect you when I win as governor in 2010. We're going to do something. There are many aspects of the platform that we want to accomplish as governor in 2010, but the three major things that we're going to do here are, number one, we're going to eliminate federal income taxes in Texas. And number two, we're going to eliminate property taxes on single-family residences that are owner-occupied. And number three, we're going to bring the cost of gasoline down to $1.50 a gallon. Sound like pie in the sky? Well, I don't think so, and we're going to talk more about these three things later on and how these will be accomplished. But the fact of the matter is, I'm actually not going to be able to accomplish any of these three without also having accomplished them in your state too. So this is why you should listen, because even though we're focused on Texas and we're going to make these three things happen in Texas, they're also going to happen in your state, with a lot of other good things happening too. So today, what I'd like to do is I'd like to take a few minutes, I'm going to try for less than 10 minutes, just to talk to you on a one-on-one basis as if though you're here with me right now. The focus of this is to acquaint you with how I feel about certain things and what I'm going to do, why these things came about. And right now, we're going to talk about law. And this is going to be important, and you're going to see how this is going to relate. Let's say that you and I just meet. You walk up, we introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Ken Griffin, and you are. And then I say to you, you know what, Bob Smith, I don't like that shirt. It's pretty ugly. As a matter of fact, I hate the color pink, and I want you to take it off and never wear it again. And if I see you with a pink shirt again, I'm going to throw you in prison for 20 years. What is it that you're going to say to me in that regard? Are you going to comply? Probably not. Chances are good that you're going to say a number of things, but sooner or later, you're going to get down to the point that says where you say to me, hey, you have no right to tell me that. I don't have to listen to you. We're equals. You have no authority to tell me that. And if you say that, I'm going to agree with you. However, let me add something to this equation. Let's say that I put a title in front of my name. Now, instead of just plain old Kenneth Griffin, I am Your Honor Kenneth Griffin, or I am Officer Kenneth Griffin, or I am Governor Kenneth Griffin. Now can I tell you these things? Now can I tell you never to wear that purple shirt? Now, just because I put a title on my name, do I have the right to tell you these things? Well, yes, I have the right to tell you those things. There's no question about that. But I don't have any right to make you do it or to enforce it. In law, there are some concepts which are so well understood and so well agreed upon. These concepts are called maxims. They're terms of law. They're things that are no longer debated. And one of the most famous maxims of law is equality under the law is paramount. And what that means is you and I are equal. And it doesn't matter whether I'm a policeman or whether I'm a judge or anything else of that sort. You and I are equal. So neither one has the right to tell the other one what to do. So now let's get more into laws. We have tons and tons and tons of laws. And I've even heard some people say, well, that law doesn't agree with the Constitution. How's that possible? Well, let me tell you this. Let's go back to my favorite little book here, the Constitution. If there's a specific method, if you commit a crime, you have to do so under a particular jurisdiction. In this particular book, we have something called a criminal jurisdiction, which is called the common law. There must be an injured party. This means that there has to be a live human being that comes into the court and says, hey, Ken Griffin punched me in the nose. Hey, he set my house on fire. He crashed my car. There has to be a live human being to complain. So if that's true, how many times have you gone to court where you've had to pay money where there was no human being to stand up against you? Did you have to go to court because your yard was not kept right? Did you go to court because you turned right on a red light when you weren't supposed to? Did you go to court for a speeding ticket? Well, with all of these things, I'm going to ask you, where was the injured party? Where was the damaged party? So in reality, there is no law. In other words, for you to violate a law, you must hurt somebody. So how many times has this occurred? And again, we're going to come back to the same question that I've asked in a number of these videos. If this is true, hey, Ken Griffin, if you're telling me and all that's true, how's that possible? Why hasn't anybody else told me that? Well, because if you understand what the law is, you're going to save a great deal of money. You should go look at the video on speeding, on traffic tickets. and you're going to learn more about this. Right? Unfortunately, let me tell you something very important about the law. Unfortunately for you and I with the law, if I say something to you, if I'm a judge and I say, you can't do this and you can't do that and you can't wear a purple shirt, the law says if you don't object, then you agree. So if I say to you, hey, well, you were speeding and you're going 80 miles an hour, if you don't say to me, hey, well, there's no law that says I have to go that rate, if you don't say that, then you've agreed with me. And you've given me jurisdiction. And you allow me to prosecute you. When we find a problem in the law, we have to step up and we have to say something and we have to say, no, that's not right. There are many, many, many aspects of the law which are like this. As a matter of fact, let me tell you this. Lawyers use a particular dictionary called Black's Law Dictionary. Now, if you want to read a few laws here and there, you're going to find most laws phrased like, here's this law, and you shall do this or shall do that, or you must do this and you must do that. Okay? Well, if I ask you, what does shall mean or what does must mean? I think almost you and I, we would agree, well, it means that you've got to. You have to. You have to do this, all right? But if you look in Black's Law Dictionary and you look up the term must, you know what it says? It says may. You may do this. It gives you a choice. Right? And the reason why it does that, and it even says this in Black's Law, so as not to violate the terms of the Constitution. Because what they know, what Black's Law Dictionary knows is that you don't have to do anything. I can't make up a law that says you can wear a purple shirt or you can't wear a purple shirt. I can't make up a law that says how fast you can drive on the freeways or the streets. I can't make up a law that says how long your grass should be because it's not injuring anybody. And you have a right to have 6-inch grass or 12-foot grass or anything else that you want. But do you know these things? Think about this. Think about all the times when you may have been penalized or you hear things about people being prosecuted for this or this or this or that. Even drugs. Let me ask you this. Who has the right to tell you how many Hostess Twinkies you can eat a day? Is that you or is that the government? Who has the right to tell you how much sleep you can make per day or have per day? Who has the right to tell you how much work you can do per day or how much television you can watch? All of these things that I've mentioned to you, whether it's Twinkies or work or food or sleep or even sex, all of these things done to excess can be damaging to you. They can harm you. Okay? So just because of that, does the government have the right to tell you what you can do with your body?